Good afternoon, Airbus Cockpit Coach here, and welcome to a sunny London Heathrow, the home of British Airways. We're here with the new inibuilds A320 Neo version 2, and we're going to be taking it on a real lots flight, which is actually departing shortly in the real world from London Heathrow over to Hannover, Germany. Alternate today is Bremen, and in the real world, Heathrow are departing on 27 rights. 27 right departures today, and that's what we're expecting for this one. We are live on VATSIM, and we're going to give the inibuilds A320 Neo another whirl. Hopefully no alpha floor activations today. Evald, good afternoon to you. Hi Hans, welcome. William, how you doing? Welcome. So we've got the inibuilds Heathrow scenery, and we've got over in Hannover the just sim Hannover scenery. So to enjoy today. This scenery has recently been updated. The Heathrow did install an update for that the other day. I'm not sure what the changes are, but I'll keep an eye out for anything that's being changed over. So let's jump in and get set up. Right, safety checks. Lever switches, battery voltages, all looking good. Connect those up and get some life going. Yeah, hopefully no alpha floors today. Excellent, we have life. The Airbus to life. Let's wait for the Hey John, welcome. Yeah, we'll give it a go. It did scare me a little bit last time. We had a bit of an alpha floor activation on final approach to Edinburgh a few days ago. My first stream with it, but we'll see what's happening with it today. So, as part of our checks, we can't see the oil quantities on the Neo, so for that we need to all the way up here and turn the FADEX on, which we checked last time was modelled, which is excellent. We've got a dispatchable oil quantity, enough for flights. Turn those back off. There's our engine warning, our flight warning computers on, so we can test the APU. Doesn't let me drag the screen down, so I can't use the mouse wheel maybe for looking around. No, let me move like it does in the FENIX to check my screens while I'm holding the right mouse button. But we'll at least see we get some noises up here, which we do. Get these aligning. We'll start the APU now, why not? So we are Speedbird 976 Kilo, flying Heathrow to Hannover. Winds here 260 at 13, all the 9, so 10 kilometers more visibility. Few clouds at 3,400 feet, scattered 4,400. Temperature 17. UNH 1009, no significant weather. This is real world weather and real time we're using today. QNH set 3 times and aerodrome altitude I use the captain and as captain, well, certainly on my my operator. So in Hanover, we're expecting winds at 190 at 10 knots. It's a variable wind. We've got some light showers in the vicinity. You're at 2,400, broken 2,800, broken 3,900. Also some towering cumulus reported, so a few 1010, so we need to look out for that. And it's becoming 200 at 15, gusting 25 with showery rain. So and broken 2,000 feet CB. So we've got a deteriorating outlook in Hanover, and the possibility of what looks to be thunderstorm activity. So we need to keep an eye out for that. We do a bit of weather radar action on the this Neo, so we can perhaps put that into action and test it out today. Diversion, as mentioned, is Bremen today to the north. So, flight plan checks. Registration today, Golf Tango, Tango November Juliet, which is the real aircraft operating this flight shortly. The zero fuel weight's 55.9 tonnes. And takeoff weight 60.6. The landing weight 58.3 the other side. Cruising today, flight level 370. Trip distance 450 nautical miles, and minus 46 the altitude. Cost index 20, which is BA standard. Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure out of 27 right. Don't think we've got any controllers online at the moment, but so we are on the VATSIM. No controllers at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay. And Hanover. Yeah, we can have a play with that. I don't know if that comes up in so it's sim brief, isn't it? So doesn't translate into charts here, does it? I'll have a look. Right, okay, let's get the box loaded up. So, LEAP engines, we have nav database is in date. There we are, speedbird 976 kilo, cost index of 20, 370. Let's check that temperature. Minus 46, that's a big difference. Okay, we'll go with it. We've got the latest winds in there. The 27 right, Brookmans Park 7 Fox, insert. And for Hanover, let me just see what they're landing on the real world actually. That would be, let's check that over. Over in Hanover. To be landing 27 left at Hanover, and there was a bit of rain in the vicinity. So we've got the Neo V2. And we'll plan for 27 left. Zulu. Neo V2. That's Neo V2 in that. There we go. The 449 on the distance, I think that pretty much cross checks. 450, yeah, that's good. Excellent. .269 is the outbound track to the left, 25 miles. Okay, we've got our engine out, straight out and hold. And we'll also put in the runway track as a reference. 27, was it right? Did I use that in the last one? Yeah, looks correct. 269er. There we go. That's good. It's not bad. That's working. So what we're doing is we get loaded up. So last time I couldn't see the GSX wanted to load us up. So look at payload. In from SimBrief. Fly load. 5-minute loading. Fuel and payload going in. Okay. Excellent. Get all these lights on. Give that a dim down. So we get the APU bleed on now, active for more than 3 minutes. Bit of air in for the passengers. So I think we're stop climb 6000 on the Brooklands Park 7G. Let's go this. Hindon and departure 7 Fox, wasn't it? So right turn, yep, stop climb 6000, standard speed. Climb straight ahead, intercept 297 bearing. Alpha Uniform Romeo NDB. So we'll get 6,000 in. Do the mini FCU. That doesn't work with this very well. It does speed, but not the altitude. Interestingly. So 6,000's in. Outside. Bit of other traffic around. The only thing I do miss from the tablet is the Navigraph charts, which I've got up here at the moment. So I don't know, are we loaded or not loaded? It seems a quick 5 minutes. Let's have a look. We've got 55.8 and 4.8. So where's our flight plan? Have a look at that. 55.9 thereabouts, and fuel was 4.8. Okay. It looks like we're loaded up. In which case, where's my option to send that over? What one wasn't there on this? An instant load then. Double check. So we've got the payload is confirmed. It's no biggie. I'm pretty sure I transferred that NOS, and maybe I was wrong. So, zero fuel weight, 55.9. And zero fuel weight centre of gravity, 28.7. In the box. So, fuel, let's confirm the fuel. We've got 4.8 tonnes, which is balanced. RFP 4.8, cross checked. And yeah, we'll get that block fuel in them. 0.8 tonnes, and our alternate fuel was not a lot, 0.6, so up the road to Bremen. Extra fuel's looking good. HF2, we should be monitoring guard 121.5. We'll close the Navigraph bar shortly once we've briefed up. Okay, we're looking good. Not too much traffic around. Okay, let's do a departure briefing then. So it's going to be a left-hand seat departure. Runway 27 right. Engine outside straight ahead to 25 miles, which we have in the secondary, and track on navigation displays inserted. In terms of coming back in Heathrow, we've got weather's fine. We're going to be good on weight for immediate return. So no issues today coming back into Heathrow if required. So obviously I've got other London airports available if needed, and yeah, we're not expecting any massive change in weather at this end. We're on the Brookman's Park 7 Fox departure, stop climb 6,000 standard speed, and let's just have a look at our MSA for that route. It's 2,200 initially, dropping to 2,100. We've just taken a look at the fuel. We've got 11 minutes of extra time, and we should get our route reserve up there, drop in as well if it's not used, so we should be good for another attempt at Hannover if needed. If not, we're up the road to Bremen. Obviously we do have some potential thunderstorm activity in the area of Hannover. No non-standard operations. I'll just silence ATC for a moment for you. No non-standard operations. Fully serviceable aircraft as far as we know, and we're on VATSIM, so the main threat is uncontrolled airports and VATSIM traffic, and also a new aircraft and some of the risks that may pose to us. Let's still try that one out. As I know from a previous live stream, there's a little bug with it still that I found. So that's the standard briefing. In terms of problems on the takeoff roll, we'll stop for anything before V1, any amber master caution or red master caution. Beyond, before 100 knots, beyond 100 knots to V1, we'll stop for any red master caution and flight control issue, anything affecting the likely to affect the safety of flight. I'll call stop. Select full reverse thrust, maximum braking, and bring the aircraft to stop on the runway. And inform ATC. And we'll consider next steps in terms of what the issue is, in terms of whether we need to evacuate the aircraft on the runway or vacate. Okay, I think we're good to go. The ATC back on for you, and then we'll have a look around first. I suppose we better disconnect our ground kit, don't we? In which case we need to get that external power off. Oh, we should have had the fuel pumps on already as well, shouldn't we? Battering away. So, with that, we'll get seatbelts to on. And we'll throw the beacon on for this. Close that. And that can go. Seen the GSX thing pop up. Let's have a look if it's going to be assisting us or not. No. Okay. I'll do the. I'll use the flypad here.
London Heathrow traffic, good afternoon, Air Canada 855 Heavy, we're type 777-300 airborne off 27 right. We're passing 2,900 now, 4 miles to the west of the field. For the Compton 3 Foxtrot departure will be leveling off 6,000.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 976 kilo, push and start, stand 509 to face north, Heathrow. Okay. Parking brake released. I'm on, that's it. We're going. We moved that didn't go back for some reason, and we just scraped the side of the plane. Not to worry, not to worry. Oh, it is going back. So that's that moving, not us. Okay, that's good. We're going back there. All right. Are we going or not?
Heathrow traffic, Air Canada 855 Heavy, 9 miles now to the southwest of the field, passing 5,300. We'll be proceeding direct to Compton DOR on course. Climbing out flight level 340. London is
Okay. Yeah, some very long Unicom calls there. Very detailed. Right, have I untoggled it? Perhaps. Gonna do its thing or not? Got a wing walker over there, it's getting frustrated. What's this guy doing? Let's give it another go then, right. Toggle pushback. We could use GSX and just tell it to. Yeah, okay, right. Maybe that's it. We'll reset my parking brakes. That'll be it. Right, let's try again then. Pushback. Get GSX to help us out then.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Does that sync? I've got the weight, yeah, okay, it does sync the weight, so we'll plan it, let's take that off, aircon off, anti-ice off, force toga off, calculate. Send to FM. Yes, so we got Flex 60, V1 150, 150, 152. 0.4 up. Doesn't put the 50 in on the flex. Again, nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
looks like Flex 60, wasn't it? And 50. 50. $52. Oh, tower's just come online. That's convenient. Always the way, isn't it?
Speedbird 2A Juliet is taxiing to runway 26 left to holding point Bravo 1 via Kilo Alpha, Kilo November.
Correction, taxi right via link 33, left on Alpha and hold at Lomond. Next right on to link 33, Alpha and hold.
Ouch.
Scandinavian 804, stand 225, push and start approved, face east, QNH 1009er.
Push and start approved, phase east, QNH 1009er, Scandinavian 804.
Set parking brakes.
Great sets.
Unlocking.
Heathrow Tower, Speedbird 976 kilos, just pushed back for stand 509 with QNH 1009.
With a 3051 Heathrow Tower.
With a 3051, roger.
With a 3051, it looks like the squawk's not set correctly anymore. Just check it, set to 2251.
My push to talk's not working. Oh, great.
My mistake with a 3051, changing to 2251.
Spirit 4, Romeo Echo, thank you. Continue now via Alpha, link 23, hold at Alpha 1. Continue now via via link 23 and hold Alpha 1.
It's recognising the push to talk. I don't know if this is something to do with this aircraft. Right, so if I went to... there, nothing. 118.505, HF1.
Speedbird 984, Mike, request taxi.
Speedbird 9084, Mike, taxi via Bravo, hold at Titan.
Bravo to Titan, Speedbird 984, Mike.
Push to talk. Okay, current assignment. Finds it. Apply.
Clear to start engines.
Doesn't like it. Try a keyboard. Let's try a keyboard. To talk. Very interesting. That's it works in the. Have to take off and go observer mode until we try and get this sorted in flight. Fortunately. Not sure what's going on with that one. I'll stay connected so we can just so we get the traffic around us, but I'll try and do a restart of that in flight.
With a 3051, requesting taxi to runway.
With a 3051, taxi second right via Alpha, hold at
Right,
Alpha
before start
3.
checklists. Parking brake
Taxi
is
to
set.
runway via Alpha.
Takeoff data is confirmed.
holding point
Windows
Alpha 3.
are closed. Doors are closed and armed. And the beacon is on.
Heathrow Tower, good day. Shuttle 8 Yankee Type A320 Neo, stand 524, requesting Alpha to Edinburgh, flight level 360.
Shuttle 8 Yankee Heathrow Tower, clear to Edinburgh, on lap 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 2055.
Oh, shame about the Matson.
Clear to Edinburgh, on lap 1 Foxtrot departure, squawking 2055, Shuttle 8 Yankee.
Shuttle 8 Yankee, correct.
I don't want to go offline back in and mess the controller up, so once we get out of tower, I'll have a play with it.
Request taxi. Speedbird 902, taxi straight ahead, hold at Charlie 2.
Maybe something aircraft related. Because, I mean, the Phoenix has been fine with that.
With a 3051, report ready for departure.
report when ready for departure.
Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo, report ready.
We'll report ready when we're ready for departure. Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo.
Okay, engine 2 valve starting
Hello,
engine 1.
74 Bravo, 303, 320 of Alpha, Budapest.
Speedbird 874 Bravo Heathrow Tower, clear to Budapest, settling to Foxtrot departure, squawk 2, correction 4240.
Clear to Budapest, settling to Foxtrot, squawk 4240, Speedbird 874 Bravo.
Speedbird 874 Bravo, correct, break, Speedbird 902, taxi second right via Alpha, hold at Pluto.
Second right on Alpha, hold Pluto, Speedbird 902.
Definitely noticing those slightly longer start times on the leaps compared to the
taxi via
CFMs.
Bravo, hold at Bravo Yankee 1.
Taxi via Bravo, hold at Bravo, Yankee 1, Scandinavian 804.
Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo is ready for departure.
Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo, surface winds 280 degrees, 11 knots, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Fire Alpha 1, clear for takeoff, runway 227 right, Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo.
I missed that confirm takeoff data button, didn't I? That's what I needed to do.
With flight 30051 is at holding point Alpha 3 requesting takeoff.
With a 3051 behind the departing British Airways, Airbus A320
Engine mode,
Neo,
selector
line
norm.
up runway 27 right behind.
APU can come off. Strobes, they're on now.
With 3051
Terrain
line
isn't up.
and wait on 27 right behind the British Airways A320 Neo.
Radar, excellent. On that, let's reset. So flaps 1, we'll get that on now. I'll do TARA now as well. It's a single crewed, let's get as much done as possible. So we are points 4 up. And we'll do our flight control checks. So
With F3051, surface winds
Full down.
are 280 degrees
Full
at 11 knots, runway
Neutral.
27 right, clear for takeoff.
full left, full right, neutral, and the rudder, full right, full left, neutral. That seems very sensitive, but I
With
need to watch that.
3051 clear to takeoff.
We can put the lights, we can drop the landing lights, and that to flight plan, that to perf.
Speedbird 9084 Mike, continue next left via Kilo, right Alpha to hold at Alpha 3.
So we just missed that one, but next,
Okay, let's get going.
Alpha 3, hold on.
Toby, try eye tracker on.
Speedbird 9084 Mike, no worries, the next one is Kilo, you're fine.
If anyone joining, our transmit on VATSIM isn't working, so we're observer mode.
Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo, no
Working
further
brake
agency,
released. We'll
Unicorn
keep it
now,
on and
122
we'll unlock in the
Monitor the
time
best
out.
now, 122
Stay
mate.
with
Have a great day. Speedbird 4 Romeo Echo, see ya.
You too, bye-bye, brakes Scandinavian 804, continue taxi via Titan, link 21 to hold at Alpha 2.
Hey, by the way, Terminal 5.
Link 2-1.
We'll taxi around
Sorry, what was the rest?
on Alpha.
Scandinavian 804 is to hold at Alpha 2.
Hold at Alpha 2. Scandinavian 804, thank
Clear
you.
left side, clear right side. 747 down there. The brake check there as well. as in the real world, this aircraft also requires less power for the taxi, so yeah, I'm idle throttle at the moment, rolling pretty nicely. He's a bit of a left wing down, that's a bit scary.
Shuttleway, Yankee, stand 524, request push.
And that's not where you should be going.
QNH 1009, our session start is approved.
Push up to start approved, and QNH 1009, Shuttleway, Yankee.
Speedbird 9084 Mike, circuit wind 280 degrees, 11 knots, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Good, I see someone Speedbird 984 Mike.
The joys of Unicom. Or FATSIM, sorry.
Walker 269 with you, information. I just forgot the information. Information, Alpha, to stand 1515, request.
It's interesting we got weather radar with this.
Geneva, we're an A320.
You know, not with things like the FENIX, aircraft like the FENIX. We'll see how good this weather radar is, but they've obviously managed to implement it reasonably well in this aircraft. So
Walker 26908 cleared to Geneva, max hit 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 7273.
Clear as Farrell, this max is 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 7273, Walker 2698.
Walker 269 correct. With a 3051, no further ATC, Unicom now 122.8, bye bye.
Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
smoke.
Scandinavian 804, will you be ready for departure on reaching?
What's with this aircraft just blowing smoke? Or
yes, that is. I will be ready for departure. Scandinavian 804.
Scandinavian 804, roger, via Alpha 2, line up runway 27 right.
Via Alpha 2, line up runway 27 right, Scandinavian 804.
Scuba 902, continue to hold at Alpha 3, there'll be another one aircraft departing ahead.
FATSIM Airkiller. Why wasn't the fix right yet?
And we got the traffic, Speedbird 902.
Speedbird 984, Mike. No
okay, we've got a heavy ahead of us,
now
which I presume
bye-bye.
probably be departing.
Speedbird 984 Mike, bye-bye.
Scandinavian 804, surface
We'll go down to the end. There's a Scandinavian there as well.
right, clear for takeoff.
Sequence ourselves in, we'll do our own air traffic control here and
just to make sure,
a bit of immersion.
Via link to
you will be holding at Heathrow here.
Runway, Scandinavian 804.
Scandinavian 804, A firm, it's the second left onto link 22.
A firm, thank you so much, Scandinavian 804.
All stations, Heathrow Tower will be closing in 5 minutes.
Short stint.
Heathrow Tower, Sputnik 1 for Papa.
Sputnik 1 for Papa, Heathrow Tower, partial message.
Sputnik 1 for Papa with information Alpha aircraft type A321 at stand 117. Request IFR clearance to Manchester.
Sputnik 1 for Papa, cleared to Manchester, umlaut 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 0272.
Sputnik 1 for Papa, cleared to Manchester via umlaut 1 Foxtrot
So
departure.
performance seems pretty good. We're obviously
correction 0272.
one of the most intense aircrafts in the sim.
Break, Speedbird
With
902, behind the departing Scandinavian Airbus A320, line up runway 27 right behind.
People have mentioned that this aircraft isn't as well optimised as the likes of the FENIX, which wouldn't surprise me. The FENIX is very well optimised with the system. It's currently no issues here, so I think we'll
Scandinavian 804,
we're behind the heavy show.
degrees, 11 knots, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 804.
No one else around that's going to come and drive over us, so yeah, for anyone just joining, we're in FATSIM observer mode at the moment due to a transmit button issue, so we'll have a diagnosis of that once we get up. I thought we'll keep the traffic on, a bit of ATC for some immersion for this one. Okay, flight controls are checked. Flap setting, config 1 plus F. We're climb nav blue, 1FD2, stop climb 6000. 150 blue, 152 magenta. UNH 1009 set, cross checked.
Clear for takeoff 27 right, speed 902.
Chocolate Yankee, taxi via Hanley, link 53 and Bravo, hold at Titan.
Taxi Hanley, link 53, Bravo, hold at Titan. Shuttle 8 Yankee.
Surround with our click spots now, shall we? And
Walker 2698 is ready for push and start.
Walker 28, correction 26908, stand 515, push and start approved, face north, QNH 1009 up.
okay, we'll line up behind the heavy.
Walker 2698.
He's on the roll.
Scandinavian 804, no further ATC.
Line up
Unicom now,
checks,
122
cabin
left,
is secure
right,
for
bye-bye.
takeoff. Takeoff runway 27 right confirmed. TCAS is
Scandinavian 804.
Cheers, bye.
TARA confirmed.
26 Echo, register.
Through the
That's 1 and
26
2.
Echo, Heathrow Tower, readability.
Are
fast.
off. Line up checklist complete. There goes the A380. Just my view. We'll give him a minute or two. Not a minute, I'll give him a minute. We'll let him get out to 5 miles. It's a heavy jet. All is to disarm themselves somehow.
ATC now, Unicom 122 left,
Radar
right,
moves on the
bye-bye.
checks. Okay.
Unicom to the summit, speed 902, bye.
Recheck the takeoff
Through the
config.
26 Echo, Heathrow Tower.
Okay, that heavy's approaching 5
All
miles,
stations
so
and
let's go.
stations, Heathrow Tower's now going to close. There's no further ATC, so it's Unicom now, 122 left.
Okay, Unicom it is.
Heathrow traffic, Shuttle 8 Yankees taxiing down Bravo for
Takeoff.
Alpha 3 holding point, correction, Alpha 1 holding point runway 27 right.
Unflex 6D, SRS runway. Auto thrust blue. .100 knots. B1, rotate. Stiff climb, gear up. Nav. AP1.
E2 traffic, waiting for
Climb.
order, try and decide as to 7 left.
Just waiting for positive trend for lever climb. There we go. Thrust climb. No icing condition, plus 15 here. And flaps up, speed checks, flaps up. Oh, sorry, that's me pressing the wrong 10 seconds of pack 2. Just keeping an eye on that temperature, it's actually increasing. A bit of rain by the looks of it. Ignition, outstar. No ATC online, we can continue up. Cross climb, open climb. 180. Standard set, cross check, passing 5-3. Checked. Clear of the rain. Good enough. Why has my speed brake suddenly come out? Random. That actually... okay, no, don't do that. I'm going to be above. So used to the FENIX having the right settings in. And also as a pilot, when we would park an aircraft, we put it in the next stage, so if we were using TCAS below for landing on descent, we'd put it into above once we're at the gate, ready for the next crew or the next flight we make. Let's have a look outside. Climbing out on the Brooklands Park 7 Fox, there's the airport over there. I do like the model of this aircraft. It's a nice model.
Traffic, Shuttle 8 Yankee from Alpha 2.
Let me try and
right
restart this
360. Heathrow traffic.
flat sim, see what's going on with that.
To traffic, heading for the tax left runway 27 right, correction 27 left, November 5 whiskey.
Interesting, it's not working on the restart either.
320 via
See if that can come
Bravo,
on.
Foxtrot and Golf.
I think I need to have a play around with my sensitivity settings of this aircraft as well. The need a little bit more sensitivity, an increase for lift off there, so it was a little bit sluggish on lift off, so one to play with, I think. Outstar, let's continue up. Need to get up to 37. Cross climb. Fuel flow 2.5 tons, that's about right. So we can clear out the secondary and copy the active. Very dark, this aircraft, isn't it? It's how it is for you, but so the mystery of the VATSIM push to talk button remains, so I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with the fix for that one. I've had that issue. First time I've had it, and it's with a new aircraft, so did we use, no, we used Beyond ATC last time. Now there's something we could do, we could switch over to Beyond ATC, couldn't we? That is a possibility. It's kind of fills in the gaps, doesn't it? Still in VATSIM on observer mode, so you can still see traffic around. I mean, it's not the busiest time of day in any case, but for VATSIM traffic, hey, Urban Aviator. Welcome, good afternoon to you. Very well, thank you. Pretty uneventful so far. Just some issues with VATSIM and push to talk, which I've not encountered before, so I'm not sure if it's aircraft related or not. So we've gone on to observer mode, but there's not a lot of traffic around up here anyway. Seeing too many airports on this. I think they're not all airports capable of a 320 landing. There's a bit of clutter. Usually an operator would specify when they purchase an aircraft, you know, they set the software up. What aircraft do you want the pilots to see? What runway lengths and so forth, and that's an option they select. So that determines then the aircraft you see for that type. For aircraft you're flying, so that's an option. Some of these I wouldn't expect to see. Basically, it's an airport with a good margin to land a 320 in. Yeah, we can try firing up beyond ATC. Pretty quiet on sort of Hudson anyway, so let's give that a go, shall we? See what it wants us to do mid-flight. It'll be the first time joining mid-flight. Haven't got a squawk code or anything from it yet. An error has occurred contacting the update server. Right, that's not looking hateful either. Right, I've had quite a few issues with Beyond ATC recently, just getting it to go. Nope, doesn't want to go. We installed an update earlier, fine. Oh, it's not doing the business either. I might have a check of their Discord channel. It's starting to frustrate me a little bit. Right. Connect to VPN and then disconnect. Servers down. It's today at 13:03. Question mark. Servers causing issues. Currently getting this to servers right now on fire. Picture. Right. Okay. I think. Seems to be a not just me issue. So Beyond ATC is broken as well. Not doing very well for air traffic control today, are we? "30 miles from Redfat, out in the North Sea. Approaching 350 for 37. Just passing the coast. Let's take another look outside. Anyone else tried the inibuilds Neo yet? Interesting to gauge feedback on it. So, approaching top of cruise, top of climb, sorry. Appears to take a long time to gain speed on the takeoff roll. The flight dynamics don't seem overly convincing, but the MCD is very functional. We still prefer the fly-by-wire. You know what, I just there at Heathrow, it did seem like sluggish. Certainly up to 100 knots felt very sluggish on the takeoff roll, so certainly don't disagree with that comment. Haven't done enough handling of it to test the flight dynamics out fully. Probably need to put it around the circuit for that. I mean, there are some gaps in the MCDU. For me, the MCDU really unlocks things and makes it it's a really powerful tool if you've got everything available, which it doesn't have everything available. There's still things like your equitime points and so forth not in there, but for a freeware bit of kit, well, freeware, but it comes with a sim, it's pretty good compared to obviously the base Neo we had when the simulator first launched. It's very, very far ahead of that. So it's coming a long way. So I don't want to be overcritical of it, but I suppose we've been kind of spoilt by other aircraft. It's entering into a market where there's a very high bar. I'm surprised they went for a Neo, to be honest, but I suppose it's the availability of data to produce such an aircraft is probably higher with some models than others. Lorenzo, you agree? Okay. And I wouldn't mind jumping back in the fly-by-wire, to be honest, so shall we make the fly-by-wire the next aircraft do we go in? I wouldn't mind jumping back into that. Agree, Organ Aviator, absolutely. I think that's FENIX, fly-by-wire, and then, yeah. Absolutely. The level of depth in the FENIX with the ProSim software it's built on is be hard to beat. I enjoy flying it, and it is my go-to aircraft. I guess operating the aircraft in the real world, I kind of expect things to be there and in places, and yeah, it's when something's missing, it throws me. Sounds are awful. Acceleration, yeah, it does seem. I agree. Definitely takeoff acceleration there. I was going to comment on it. I didn't know whether that also the actual rotation was very sluggish. It might be my sensitivity settings. E-speed seem a little high. Sometimes aircraft, or the calculating tools will, if you've got a longer runway available, they will take you out and build a bit more speed on the ground. It's not uncommon. Yeah, I mean for Xbox. Yeah, John, I think you're onto something there for the Xbox users. And this is good, isn't it? It's for an Xbox. You've had some autopilot issues, Lorenzo. I mean, yeah, if you watched my first jump in it, where we flew up to, was it Luton, Edinburgh? I think we ended up in alpha floor protection and engaged and all sorts. It tried to kill us that day. So there's bugs there, so we need to pay caution to that. Generally, it's doing what it says on the tin. Looking at the fuel flow is pretty accurate there, so got pretty much a ton of fuel being burnt per engine, and that's comparable to the real aircraft. The CFM will be burning about 1200. Neo is generally around about a ton per hour. We've got a bit of a tailwind, so yeah, they've done some work with that. Yeah, Lorenzo, sounds like you've perhaps the same bug I kind of ran into on my approach to Edinburgh on the live stream. It's I haven't taken it around the visual circuit yet. That's definitely one I need to do. A comparison. We've taken the FENIX round recently on a live stream. No, that's fine, but to compare it to this aircraft would be interesting. There is an issue with the FENIX. Well, is it the FENIX or is it Microsoft Flight Simulator? I've had on hard localizer intercepts, when you've got a steep bank, the engines don't seem to respond enough, and we end up hitting VLS speed, and then subsequently autopilot disconnect. I've had that a few times. Kind of felt like what I experienced the other day, but a lot more severe in this aircraft. And I don't know if that's a Microsoft Flight Sim issue or whether it's something that isn't tweaked correctly in the models themselves, the mods. So it's a little bit. Hey, it's it's a hard job to put one of these together and replicate it. So it's hopefully it will continue to develop in some way, shape, or form. But I don't know how moving into Flight Sim 2024 does this aircraft transfer into that and carry on being developed. So I don't know if it stays just in this the 2020 package. Does it get any updates here? I doubt it going forward. So we've had the last update, haven't we? So there's always little update. I mean, just as I loaded the sim today, I had a bit of an upgrade. There was a little. They've obviously addressed some issues somewhere with something. There's a little update to do. Just a small one, 600 megabytes or something. And also, yes, 3 other world packages needed updating as well. So anybody going into the sim, check your world packages. There's 3 of those required an update after that load up today. So I'll be paying close attention to our approach and speeds today. Left, what was that? Low fuel. Got just shy of 3 tons. We have 40 minutes of flight time to do, burning a ton an hour. So I say we're going to use worst case 2 tons. 2.9. Yeah, okay. It's expected fuel on board. I disagree with something up there. So yeah, a little bit concerned about our fuel. In fact, we just got a message. It's cleared itself, but current burn, flight time remaining. Is there anything underlying there? The flight plan. Sensible. It's calculated for Neo. Okay. And I do recall myself being concerned about the fuel on the last flight I did in this aircraft. So either something's not right with the planning side, something behind the scenes is using more fuel with this aircraft, although, you know, the fuel flow rate there looks, you know, pretty sensible. In fact, we just triggered a strange caution there on the fuel system. I don't know, it's something doesn't quite seem right with the fuel. It reckons we're going to have extra. And we're only, what, 70 odd, 80 miles from top of descent. Maybe we'll be alright. I don't know what that caution message was though. That's worried me a little bit. So the real world version of this flight is just Pushback, is underway. Off Tango Tango November Juliet from Heathrow to Hannover. Operating with the call sign Speedbird 976 Kilo, which is the same. So we've got the just sim scenery for Hannover, which I mentioned. Haven't seen it yet, so we're going to check that out. It's a reasonably large airport, with its dual runway. Pretty large airport that we can start briefing up. Expecting 27 left for arrival. We'll vacate right. They've got 3 runways, there's a little one there. Don't know, it's a Remal Aviation. And so we'll get the Zulu, didn't we? So we'll get that in, and we're on the position there. Knee transition to 7. Okay, we can brief up the approach. Let's have a look actually. Our charts. So be our left hand seat landing into 27 left at Hannover. We'll go config full and we'll test the use of reverse max with this one. I had some issues with that last time, but I think I've calibrated all that correctly, so we'll check that out. So we'll go auto brakes low. And in terms of hotspots for the taxi in, so we're vacating right, we do have a hotspot on the Charlie. We probably expected to vacate Charlie, to be honest, what we're aiming for. Yeah, Charlie and in. That's a hotspot 1. Obstacle limitation surface. Boarding point in greater distance to the runway. Okay. That's fine. So the arrival is the Nuremberg transition coming down, and we'll self-vector in off one of these. We'll get down, so we're expecting platform altitude of 3,000 feet, standard glide slope, minimums 379er, which we'll put in the box. East approach, climb straight ahead to DME 1. And then we did left turns, max speed 185, heading 181, max climbing to 4,000. So missed approach altitude is 4,000. MSA is 2,800. So extra fuel, keep an eye on the fuel, although we're reaching top of descent now. Check out destination data, we'll chuck that in now. Have a quick look at the weather. So there was some thunderstorm activity expected. So we do 190 at 10. Do an H there. Just refresh this. Okay, 200 at 7. 009, decent rain showers. Temperature in Hannover is 16. But it's a worsening weather picture. It's still forecast to be some thunderstorm activity later. 379 was the minimums. By config full again. Okay. Checking out the restrictions on the arrival, so below 110 at November India Echo. Make sure that's in the box. Yep, that's in. Cool. And we'll select flight 200. 200 initially. Seems a pretty short flight, this one. Hey, that was set. Descent. Cabin crew, top at descent. Fast idle descent. Picking up the profile. .81 miles from the threshold direct. See what the descent performance is like, how well it maintains profile. keeping an eye on that for fuel, I think would be good. Slightly under the profile, but we do have a tailwind. We'll have a play around later and see if the sim issue is aircraft related. I'll get the fly-by-wire fired up and see if that's an issue or not. I may be tempted to do the return leg into Heathrow a little bit later. In the fly-by-wire. See if we survive this one first. Give the FMC a bit more of a challenge. So we'll get turned in as early as possible. I'm going to give it a harder restriction at November India Echo. Top star. Let's keep it coming down. Fast idle descent. Bit of red activity appearing on the weather radar, so it might be conducive of those CBs that are forecast. A bit of speed brake action. Start getting the cabin secured. Lead is speed brake. Yeah, got us down. Right, here comes the rain. Let's get the ignition on. Definitely detecting some pretty fierce clouds here. Cross idle descent. Let's have an update of that weather. The 1009 is checked. 200 at 7 it is. Becoming 220 at 50 and gusting 25. So approach checklists 1009 set 3 times and cross-checked. Seat belts are on, minimum set 379, auto brake low. Approach checklist complete. Just on the edge of icing, so I'll put these on now as well. Seeing around click spots on the arrival. Engine anti-ice on. We'll activate the approach phase. 126 is the VAP. Keep an eye on that. Remember, last time I flew this aircraft on Livestream, we had alpha floor activation. Turned on the final, it didn't like that at all. Stand downwind just while we drop the altitude a bit. Platform altitude is 3,000 feet. Well, the weather's worse than where we came from. Okay, we'll start to turn him base leg. Hot star. We'll go flaps 1. Speed checks flaps 1. I'll get myself a nice margin to VLS. Alt. Coming into the wind. Cat 3 dual autopilot 1 and 2 is armed. Low slope lock blue. Lock star. No DME shown, presume it's not comfortable. Remember that's a non-DME runway. Have a look. DME required the approach, but listed as available. Lock. I'm going to go flaps 2, speed checks flaps 2, we'll full speed 160. Fly safe start, and we'll set missed approach altitude 4,000 feet. So fly slope. Check. Anti-ice can come off. Cabin crew, seats for landing please, seats for landing. And gear down. Flaps 3, speed checks flaps 3. Manage speed. See the other runway. This one's looking well covered in cloud and rain. We're 5 miles coming up. Eject flaps full, flaps full. Got a fair bit of crab into the wind at the moment, so we're blowing 20 left of nose. Reaching 1,000 feet on the radio altimeter.
1,000.
Check. Not visual. Yeah, I think I've got the runway lights now. Just coming in. Yeah. Just visual that. Pretty late though.
400. 300.
I control.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Manual braking. Braking performance pretty rubbish. Standing water there, so we missed Charlie. And we landed pretty long. Just inside the touchdown markers actually, floated a fair bit. A little bit high there. So we came over the threshold, but unrecoverable. Well, welcome to a very wet Hannover, Germany. Certainly very thundery looking, which is what the forecast is certainly got in store for Hannover later. So clear left side, clear right side. In the aircraft up. Sort out the overhead panel. Crash the plane. Just sim Hannover Airport scenery. Just hit the brakes while I sort this out. It's impossible to that's why, yeah. Click spots and taxiing an aircraft on flights and biggest risk. That air bridge could be do with being a little bit further over. So see if we're going to scrape it or not. Incomplete air bridge, to say. Okay, we made it. Just giving the engines a bit of cool down time. So the Neo in the real world, a lot more sensitivity in terms of how you operate the engines, and cool down and run up time is particularly important on the LEAP 1 hour for engines. Okay, those shut down. 2 and 1. One hour 27. Up to truck. Very stormy looking Hannover. It wasn't a very nice approach, was it? Yeah, so the inibuilds Neo. I think we've obviously been spoilt by other Airbuses in the sim. There's a lot of choice out there with this particular aircraft, and it's got some improvements to be made. I can see this being, big tick in the box for the Xbox market. But for simmers and using the PC with the FENIX and the fly-by-wire, it's just going to be bottom of the pack in terms of those three. So it's got its issues, and that just doesn't have that same level of depth. But it's a nice model. It flies. It gets us to where you want to go. So for a freebie in the sim, have a play with it. But there's the fly-by-wire as well, which is a bit more enhanced and seems to have a better flight model. So still not convinced by this one. Does the job, but if you're looking for real immersion, you'd be reverting to the FENIX or the fly-by-wire. There's certainly things I miss in this aircraft in terms of the depth, and I feel like I'm not doing my full job, if you like, in terms of how I operate the aircraft. So yeah, it's definitely a bit limited. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me this afternoon on this one. Real Lots BA flight. We'll see if we can get another one in, perhaps later on. Might do the return leg in the fly-by-wire, so I'll have a play around with that, see if I can get my ATSIM transmission issues resolved, and see if the Beyond ATC servers fire back up as well. I'm keeping an eye on that, because that's not a great situation either. So keep an eye on that, and I'll post something out. We're going to do another live stream. John, you're welcome. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy sorting out your loft. Yeah, so an interesting one. It's just we've just been spoilt by the other models as well, so it does lack that level of detail which affects the immersion for me in the sim. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Have a great afternoon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.